These four people stole $17 million and lost it all through their own stupidity. This is a true story, and trust me, by the end of this, you'll wonder how four people this careless almost got away with it. 1997, Charlotte, North Carolina, a city that, with its tall Nations Bank Tower and shining crown, was the financial heart of the American South. But in the heart of this money-making city, David Gant was a nameless man. He was in charge of the money vault at the armored company Loomis Fargo, an employee who earned $8 an hour, while every day millions of dollars passed before his eyes and were deposited into steel vaults. His life was monotonous, from morning to night, counting money that was never his. At the same company, he met his coworker, Kelly Campbell. Kelly, a young married woman, worked in another section of the warehouse. Their relationship started as a simple friendship, but slowly turned into something deeper and more secretive. Kelly and David had actually been in love back in high school and already knew each other from before. Both were married, and both kept this relationship hidden from their spouses. For hours, in the car or in the silence of the warehouse, they talked about exhaustion, about the meager pay, about a life that was never what they had dreamed of. One night, Kelly introduced David to one of her old acquaintances, Steve Chambers, a flashy man who claimed to know ways to get rich quick. His wife, Michelle, was with him too, a bold, risk-taking woman. At first, it was just a friendly gathering, but when the conversation turned to David's job, the mood changed. Steve asked curiously, "How much money is really in there?" And from that moment, the seed of a plan was planted in their minds. Over the following months, more secret meetings were held. The plan gradually took shape. David, the only one who had the key and full access to the vault. October 4th, 1997, 6:40 in the evening. David sent his young coworker home earlier than usual. When he was finally alone, his heart raced. For more than an hour, he pulled bundles of cash from the steel shelves of the vault and stuffed them into money bags. $17 million. For more than an hour, he pulled bundles of cash from the steel shelves of the vault and stuffed them into money bags. $17 million. But one small detail was missed. He left one of the cameras behind, and without noticing it, left the scene. He loaded the money into the company's van and went to the meeting point with his accomplices. In their rush and panic, they were forced to leave part of the money in the van and move the rest into other vehicles. That same abandoned van, 2 days later, still holding millions of dollars inside, was found by the police. The FBI entered the case. When they reviewed the hidden camera's tape, the image of David Gant emptying the vault appeared clearly on the screen. David, unaware of this discovery, had fled to Mexico with $50,000 for himself, believing he had left no trace behind. But his accomplices were not careful. Steve and Michelle Chambers, with the fresh money, bought a mansion worth several $100,000 and paid for it in cash. But this strange overspending caught the attention of one of their acquaintances, and word reached the FBI. The investigation intensified. Federal agents put the Chambers phone line under surveillance. David, feeling unsafe in Mexico and worried his share hadn't fully arrived, called them several times.
These calls were the missing link that definitively proved his connection to the gang for the FBI.
But the story didn't end there. During the interrogations, a darker truth came to light. Steve Chambers was worried that David might one day come back, demand a bigger share, or even talk. He had secretly planned to get rid of David permanently. His plan was to hire a killer, which, due to the FBI's arrest, never came to pass, but was fully revealed in the confessions and shocked everyone. Finally, several months after the heist, David Gant was arrested on the shores of Mexico. Steve, Michelle, and Kelly were also arrested in Charlotte. In court, each of them was sentenced to long prison terms. Of the $17 million stolen, more than 90% was recovered, but about $2 million was never found, money that perhaps still lies buried somewhere, waiting. Thanks for watching until the end. If you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe and like the video.